up, babe? New Kingdom Hearts 3 Drive Form mod is just dropped. And this time it's Anti-Form! Woohoo!
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Cynical and welcome back to another video. Today for you guys, we have an absolutely insane one. Yes, as you guys can see, Anti-Form is here. It's in Kingdom Hearts 3. This marks the final Kingdom Hearts 2 Drive Form to come to Kingdom Hearts 3 through the use of mods. At this stage, you can literally use all of those KH3 Drive Forms, all of those juicy, succulent combos now in Kingdom Hearts 3 through the use of mods. I believe aside from that of like Limit Form, but like Limit Form, technically it's already in Kingdom Hearts 3 through the use of obviously something like Second Form. So this is absolutely insane. It's created by Sora, the dude responsible for the Final Form mod in KH3, which is absolutely insane. I do have a video on that if you guys are interested. Link in the description down below. As well as that, he is the dude responsible for a lot of those custom moves that we saw in that Sora EX mod video that I did some time ago as well. If that also interests you guys, it's very cool, very neat. You should check that out, link in the description down below. Essentially, this overhauls Rage Form into that of Anti-Form, Sora running on all fours. Sora is attacking with the fisticuffs, which, look, I really love Rage Form, man, but like, there's still something so badass about Sora just completely ditching the Keyblade, going full-on wild feral mode, and absolutely left-right good-nighting any enemy that stands before him. So let's take a look at the ground combo first. This consists of a lot of left to right smacks with Sora's fists, also incorporating a 360-degree helicopter spin kick move. The ground combo will eventually fling Sora into a flurry of attacks, sending him in every single direction possible, attacking really anything in the general area. This form is absolutely fantastic for if you're grouped up in enemies, as Sora will generally attack absolutely everything surrounding him. It really is neat and quite impressive to see all of these animations working in Kingdom Hearts 3. One thing you might notice though is the ground combo doesn't actually last as long as the ground combo does in Kingdom Hearts 2. I would think of this as, yes, definitely Anti-Form first, but it does have a mixture of that Rage Form flavor going on too. In a kind of weird sense, it's sort of a hybrid between both Anti-Form and Rage Form. However though, the combo finisher here is a little bit different as it uses the same combo finisher as aerial combos. The same can be seen from Anti-Form in Kingdom Hearts 2 for when Sora is performing aerial combos. Yes, that absolutely sick Orb of Darkness combo finisher. And it even has its very own unique, completely custom cinematic camera angle for when you activate this combo finisher. Just bask in the glory of this. Sora holds up an Orb of Darkness to unleash an absolute massive darkness explosion that will seek out any enemies and absolutely tickle their pickle. It is insane. Obviously, it is taking notes after the aerial combo finisher for Kingdom Hearts 2's version. It is a little bit different though, because in Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora will basically send the orb downwards, whereas here in Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora is just straight up holding the orb above him, to then proceed to throw it towards the ground and unleash absolute death. The explosion here in Kingdom Hearts 3 is a lot more impressive, and with that change in animation with Sora holding the orb above him, I like to think of it as sort of growth towards Sora being able to control Anti-Form to a certain degree, or at least Anti-Form becoming stronger during the timeline of Kingdom Hearts 3. Of course, you can kind of look at like Rage Form as an evolution of that of Anti-Form, and seeing that Rage Form has the Keyblade kind of gives us hints of that inner darkness within Sora. He now has slightly more control over. But still, I can totally imagine something like this for if Anti-Form actually ended up getting put into Kingdom Hearts 3 rather than Rage Form. Like, this whole cinematic thing with the effect and everything happening here Looks very official. Just like in Kingdom Hearts 2's version, the aerial combo consists of Sora more so using his legs to attack, basically stealing Eddie's complete moveset from Tekken. The final set of flurry hits is also here in the aerial combo just as it is in Kingdom Hearts 2, and then of course finishes with that very impressive combo finisher, the Orb of Darkness. There's also a unique combo modifier ability with this anti-form too, so by pressing circle mid-combo, Sora will do a Vortex of Darkness type move. This is really cool because if you do defeat an enemy during this attack, it will automatically lock on to the next closest enemy. It's a really good way of, as Sora then explained on the mod page, closing the distance between you and the enemy, as this can be used to actually zip directly towards them. It does move incredibly fast. This attack is known as Chaos Finale and can be used multiple times in the same combo succession. Rage Form's dodge is here along with its guard. Now, as you guys should know, Anti-Form doesn't usually have a dodge or a guard. There is technically a dodge, but we'll get to that in a second. In regards to the guard, it's the exact same barrier guard that Rage Form has, so yes, you can guard attacks and also counter whilst using this anti-form. That comes in really handy because it is kind of annoying in Kingdom Hearts 2 that it doesn't have it, though of course anti-form is meant to be a punishment drive form for overusing the drive system. This anti-form has some unique counter attacks, so the first one is a normal guard counter. If successful, Sora will zip straight to the enemy, punch them in the chin, and then follow up with 1000 smacks to the nipples. For the aerial recovery counter attack though, this gets absolutely nuts. So for a brief second, time will slow down, there'll be a black and white filter over the screen, and Sora will unleash total darkness upon his foes. The anime meter right now is absolutely peaking. Now, circling back to Anti-Form's usual mobility ability, the only one, and that is Anti-Glide. In Kingdom Hearts 2, if you were to press square, Sora would glide directly towards the target he's locked onto. It's sort of a good way of closing the distance between you and the enemy, considering the fact that Anti-Form is all about being up close and personal. Well, Anti-Glide is a part of this mod. You don't necessarily have to be locked onto an enemy, but it is recommended to do so. When you are locked on, simply just hold down square and Sora will zip directly towards the enemy. This is especially great for if you need to dodge out of the way of an incoming attack and then quickly zip back to the enemy to ensure you hit that opening. Now, there are some really cool special seasoning sprinkled over the top of this anti-form, strung to that of the focus gauge. You might be scratching your head, how does the focus gauge have anything to do with this? Is there a unique shot lock? Well, no there's not, but the focus gauge is going to allow you to pull off some very cool shit. When Sora goes into anti-form, the focus gauge will completely drain to zero. However though, as Sora deals damage, the focus gauge will increase. The other thing too is Risk Charge, the triangle prompt here, is also apparent here for anti-form, known as anti-charge. Every single time Sora presses that anti-charge, you'll gain a little dosage of your focus meter. It's all about trying to get that focus gauge to max. If the focus gauge is max, it does allow you to do a few cool things. So the first thing is, if the focus gauge is max, whilst using anti-glide, time will completely halt until Sora reaches his destination. Super helpful. This also makes it so that the absolute flurry of attacks Sora does midway through his combo will also briefly pause time as well. Or, and this is the really cool thing, if the focus gauge is maxed and you still have an anti-charge, when you activate your next anti-charge, a unique prompt will come up on screen to press triangle to anti-heal, which is pretty self-explanatory. It will heal you to max health. It almost seems kind of criminal to be able to heal in an anti-form state, but hey, this is Kingdom Hearts 3 hybrid anti-form. It's incredibly useful. Or if you press X, you'll activate anti-break, which is an incredibly useful attack. It's essentially just Sora giving a good old king swing punch to the jawline of your enemy. The juicy thing about this is anti-break will literally ignore any state the enemy is in. So if the enemy is in armor mode, it will completely ignore that. If the enemy is invincible, example, like for when Sayax goes up to activate his berserk mode, it would just completely ignore that and knock him out of that state. This is absolutely game-changing. I think it's absolutely neat that Sora has incorporated a mechanic into the game to actually use this resource, but not for its intended purpose, which is obviously generally for shot logs. Rather, this focus gauge is either going to bring you back from close death, being able to completely heal you, or give you an absolute opening if of course the enemy is currently in a guard or invincible state. The other idea here too is, do you want to hold on to your max focus gauge so that you can basically pause time when you want to for when you're using anti-glide, because this in itself can also be very useful as well. Now you might be wondering about the finisher. The finisher is untouched. It is just simply the normal rage form finisher. So you really want to focus on sort of bouncing and juggling around your anti-charges. That's where you're going to get the most out of rage form. Don't use them too quickly, or don't use them just for simple iframes to avoid an attack. Try to use it strategically so that you can, by the time you're using anti-charge, have a maxed out focus gauge to get the most out of it. This right here really is just a completely impressive Kingdom Hearts 3 take on Anti-Form. It's the Anti-Form we know, just with some extra Kingdom Hearts 3 flavor intertwined into it, and is what I could sort of imagine Anti-Form operating like if of course we got Anti-Form in Kingdom Hearts 3 and not Rage Form. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Rage Form, but they are two very different beasts. So that right there, guys, is Kingdom Hearts 3 Anti-Form. It is so much fun to use, and it really is just insane to think that now all of those Kingdom Hearts 2 drive forms are currently in the game if of course you have Kingdom Hearts 3 on PC. Certainly, if you are thinking about buying it for the modding side of things, do be sure to download these drive form mods first. They are so much fun, and even just installing all of them, starting a fresh new game and going through Kingdom Hearts 3 with a complete new form setup is a lot of fun, trust me. You should really do it. Big recommend. Shout out to Sora for doing some absolutely insane work. This is really close to like official type stuff, and I love that kind of stuff when it comes to the modding scene. I always say this, but you guys are absolute f***ing wizards in the mod community. Please keep it up. If this tickles your fancy, then the mod link is in the description down below. However, guys, I'm Cynical. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace.